Welcome back to New Rockstars. This is The Big Question, the show that gives you too much information on why Karun was the best character added to the MCU all year. No context. Like, I don't understand why there is no Karun for Blade movement going on right now, because I need to see this man strike fear into the cold vampire hearts of the MCU.
Heck yeah. He almost killed an Eternal. He almost killed him in his sleep.
Yo, he went straight for Kingo. He's like, yo, you look like a vampire. I'm gonna take you out for the good of humanity. That's a good man. He could probably lift Thor's hammer anyway. I don't know, just say it.
He definitely, he is a man of honor. It's true. He is worthy for sure.
My name is MT, and I'm here today, of course, with my favorite person, off-screen producer, Brandon. What's going on?
Hello, MT.
Brandon.
Oh, so happy to be here to close out 2021 with you. And the big question.
Is it already the end of the year?
I can't wrap my head around that. It doesn't make any sense. I think someone's been messing with the time stream. You know,
Bro, it feels like WandaVision was a zillion years ago.
I know.
But like, it was just the beginning of the, wow. This year was so long, but it was so good because we had so much good Marvel content.
Yeah, as opposed to 2020 where we had no content. We had so much this year, and boy, were we grateful for it. So grateful.
So grateful. Well, with that, hit me with that big question, Brandon.
Well, yeah, you guys could probably already guess, 2021 is almost over. It's been a great year for nerddom content, not just the MCU. We had some DC stuff, some Star Wars stuff. We got to see a lot of incredible things this year, mostly from our streaming devices, but we did get back in the theaters. That was fun, huh?
Hey.
You never know what could happen in a movie theater now. Side story, I got to see like Tenet on an IMAX screening and no one was there. We were in an empty theater. We're the only people there.
Wow.
And it was just like, we were so happy to be back in a movie theater, even if it was Tenet.
I really wanted to see Tenet, but like Erik spoiled it for me during an episode of something. And I was like, well, I have to wait till I forget about this.
I've watched Erik's Tenet breakdown 10 times, and I still don't understand the movie. So there you go.
Okay, phew. Good.
But yeah, we're talking the end of 2021. So that leads us to this week's big question. Who won the year? Who had the best year in all of the nerddom? Which characters came out on top? Which came out on bottom? Let's figure it out.
Well, the answer to this, the clear answer is Haley Steinfeld. That woman is on a roll.
I'm shocked.
She is she's like the next Donald Glover. Like, I don't understand. Like, she's everywhere. But in all seriousness, as we bring this year to a close, it's time to honor the heroes and villains that we love so dearly and try to suss out which ones had the best year. So let's begin with what matters most when it comes to being a superpowered individual: your costume. So, Brandon, who had the best glow up? And we're not talking about powers here. This is strictly a cosmetic alteration, because we're very fashionable men. I got my new Rockstars Loki shirt here.
Yes,
we're men of fashion, men of class, and we saw some excellent new fits this year. But who should come out on top? And some of the nominees that we got to consider are, of course, Shang-Chi and his awesome dragon scale armor, courtesy of Mama. Knew exactly his proportions.
Yeah,
what a smart woman.
What a smart woman. Fits great.
Best mom.
Normal outfit, no nanotech. He had to put it on like any good boy should. I do appreciate. I mean, the man got to fight in his Jordans. I mean, that's a pretty good.
Yo, you don't see a lot of Jordan fighting. That was pretty sick. I love that.
Yeah, not since Miles Morales was swinging around in his Jordans did we get to see like a superhero take him out with some great kicks on, some really good kicks.
Yo, imagine like Steve Rogers rocking some Jordans while fighting Ultron. He's just like,
I will say. I guarantee you, Steve Rogers, he's a Converse All-Stars guy. I mean, he's rocking them chucks.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
He's rocking
100%.
Yeah, he likes the flat foot. He likes
1000% with the star and everything. Perfect.
Yeah.
Then we also have, of course, Sam Wilson's Captain America's wingsuit at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was a pretty big glow up.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Falcon. He never got his feathers, which makes sense. We don't want to see him in feathers ever. But as far as like a glow up goes, I mean, that suit is pretty good. Very comic accurate, like really good. That was a good one.
Do we talk about the thing with the neck and like how it's like CG or something like
that? Oh,
the
cowl. because they had the CG. Yeah. They had the CG the cowl, right? I think we did talk about that.
They were so obsessed with getting it right that they just made a CG cowl. I love it. I love it. Let's do that. Finally, it looks so badass in the comics.
Yeah. Finally got some sleeves on my man Sam Wilson. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
I mean, he's got to pull them up to intimidate the bad guys. He's got to have some sleeves.
Yeah. I bet they detach so he can like roll him up to be like, all right, let's go.
Time to fight you, Justin Hammer.
I'm coming from the sky.
I'm watching you from above. I think, the actual biggest physically glowing glow up of the year has got to be Scarlet Witch's final form, because that was when she transformed.
That's a real glow. She was literally glowing up. I mean,
very much glowing.
WandaVision just gave us a few looks. We got to see her like comic, her 60s comic accurate when she was getting ready for Halloween.
I know.
But like seeing the Scarlet Witch actually in like the outfit was like really cool with the crown and everything.
So cool. So rewarding.
I mean, she did a great job over the years fighting in her cable knit sweaters and stuff. But it's good to see her in an actual nice comic book style outfit for sure.
I think that Scarlet Witch's best outfit was her Modern Family just going crazy sweatpants outfit. I think that was
distressed hair. That was a good one. Top tier.
I just like a good relaxed woman. I like a woman that feels good in their own clothes. You know what I'm saying? This was really comfy. It's just having a nice relaxed time. Yeah. So comfy Wanda is my favorite one.
You like comfy
Anyway,
Wanda.
Of course, we also have Loki's bureaucratic office attire, because he's no longer in his Avengers 1 robes of Asgard. Oh, look at me. No, he got those erased by a robot with a smile. He got a suit like the rest of us, like a blue-collar job.
Yeah, it was nice to see it. Yeah, I mean, he looked great. I mean, very slick looking. Love the variant jacket. Yeah, the kind of like 60s style, you said it, like bureaucratic outfit. It was very cool. I liked it. I love his flashy Asgard robes, but something I said.
Imagine if like this is just how Loki dresses in the future. Like he just ditches the entire like the whole done. Asgardian vibe. He's just like, I'm just in a suit now. Like, well, whatever. I'm Tom Hiddleston. I'm making money.
I like suits.
I don't need to wear the horns anymore. Suits work on him. He's just Tom Hiddleston. He's a very handsome man. But also another handsome person that we got on the scene is Red Guardian and his vintage armor.
I think it's fair to say that anyone who's cast in a Marvel movie is probably a very beautiful, handsome
Is there a handsome person? Yes. I really love that armor in Black Widow.
It still fits.
And it still fits.
It still fits. Yeah, Black Widow had that look. It had we got to see Black Widow in her like all white, snow Siberian attire, which was like,
so she could blend in with the snow. Or like if that avalanche hit, no one would be able to find her.
You'd never be able to rescue her. If you're out there skiing this holiday season, please wear bright colors in case you get covered in an avalanche. You don't want to blend in. But Kingpin's got to like that all white attire. He loves that.
Oh yeah, he's probably jealous.
He was very jealous.
Her whole getup.
Vanessa, make me an all white uniform. Vanessa.
Lastly, we got any of Spider-Man's new clothes in the new movie. This dude is wardrobe changing like a mother dang in this movie. I don't know what's going on.
We still haven't seen the full movie. It's not out yet, but it will include it in 2021 because it's coming. But yeah, he's got a lot of new. We covered it in the last big question. He's got all these new suits, and they look great. You'll love to see new suits on Spider-Man.
So, which of these are your personal favorites? Who got the biggest glow up of the year, Brandon?
These are tough. I was really so happy to see the Scarlet Witch finally be in like a Scarlet Witch appropriate outfit. But man, that Captain America wingsuit, it hit hard. It was good. I was very excited to see that. I would pick that as like the best costume glow up, I think. Especially from where Sam Wilson was to where he ended. Beautiful. It's great stuff.
So beautiful. Like, I feel like that episode where we're seeing that suit for the first time was like the first time in MCU history where like seeing a suit actually emotionally affected me to some. I mean, I wasn't bawling my eyes out.
Right.
But I was like, oh my God, this suit is beautiful. And we have a black Captain America. This is huge. So like no other costume has ever had that effect on me in the MCU. So I've got to say, Sam Wilson's Captain America for me as well.
We're in agreement.
Next category, because, while we're all here for the incredible storytelling and mind-bending fight sequences, we cannot forget about these adorable sidekicks that we all fall in love with. And this year, we got some pretty good ones, I've got to say. Because we're talking Alligator Loki, the most adorable little chompy alligator. He'll chomp your hand right off. And then we also have Morris from Shang-Chi, the faceless turkey thing, makes noises and is best friends with Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, he was surprisingly very cute.
So cute. I think that he's probably going to be in the MCU a lot more, just like popping up. I hope he's the new Stan Lee. That'd be hilarious.
He might get his own spin-off series. We don't know.
Oh my God, please. Pet Avengers. If you're doing a Pet Avengers, put him on there. We also have Sparky from WandaVision, who was very cute for a very
It wasn't around very long, but he was pretty cute.
Left a mark on me. I think about Sparky every day when I wake up. I do it for Sparky.
Sparky wasn't alive for very long, but there was also Senior Scratchy. He was pretty cute. I mean, maybe a demon. A deleted scene, he was a demon. We definitely saw him eat a bug.
Didn't he eat that fly?
He ate a moth fly bug thing. But he was pretty... Senior Scratchy was pretty cute.
I mean, I don't know. Things that could be demons, I'm just like, you lose the cuteness factor for me.
That's true. You gotta be careful.
That's why I don't like toddlers.
Hey-o. Got him. Take that, toddlers.
But I think, for me... these last two are the cutest for me. It's going to be choosing between these two for me. We have Pizza Dog, of course, from Hawkeye. The cutest winky boy. That is my son. If anything happens to him, I will blue skidoo into the screen and fight all of the tracksuit Draculas myself, honestly. He's too good for this world. And also, King Shark. From the Suicide Squad. Wholesome and gruesome at the same time, which is why I love him.
Yeah, if you're going to hate on Senior Scratchy for eating a demon, what about King Shark for eating whole people? Whole innocent people.
Hey, those people were mean people.
No, he ate a freedom fighter.
Oh, he did eat he did eat them. Yeah. Well, it was just... Sometimes you eat a freedom fighter by accident. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
When you're hungry. You're not you when you're hungry. Yeah. Eat a Snickers, not a freedom fighter.
King Shark was very cute, MT, you're right. But, I mean... For me, I'm going to pick my favorite, most adorable sidekick this year. I mean, it's got to be Alligator Loki. That was my favorite. He was so adorable.
That's a good one.
Go Gators.
That's a good one.
I love to see Alligator Loki. So adorable.
I do. Like, literally every time I see Alligator Loki, Gangplank Galleon from the Donkey Kong soundtrack plays in my mind because of the alligators in that game. The crocodiles. One of those two. I don't know the difference. I think I'm going to have to choose Pizza Dog. He's just too cute. I can't. He's a winky boy. Cute. That's my son. I'm so happy to be able to see him and Haley Steinfeld.
Well, when he gets revealed to be a Skrull, MT, you're going to eat those words. I guarantee you.
I will cry my eyes out. I will cry only out of one eye out of respect for Pizza Dog. The real one that was replaced by a Skrull. God damn, I'll be so upset. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put that into the world, Brandon. Enough with the cuteness. We got to get to the action because that's what we're all here for. Because there are so many awesome action sequences this year. From, Natasha bringing down the entire Red Room, literally via gravity. Like she brought it down. She brought it down. Completely down.
Bringing down the house.
To the Suicide Squad. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
I said bring it down the house. But it doesn't really make sense because it's not a house. I guess someone lives there. Ugh.
I mean, it was a home for all those girls.
It was a home for all those trafficked young girls. Jesus.
Okay, it wasn't.
Can we recall how heavy that movie was? Ugh.
Okay, a prison is technically a home. It's just a bad home that you don't want to be in.
All these trafficked young women who were forced into hysterectomies. I mean, get me out of this movie. So
seriously.
Scary.
We have Natasha bringing down the Red Room, to the Suicide Squad fighting Starro, which was incredible.
So good.
And, to Loki and Sylvie fighting it out while the multiverse breaks down around them. Too many to even count and name. So, let's talk about some of our favorites. Some fight scenes to consider are Sam Wilson's Captain America debut, because that shit was...
that was awesome.
Shit was amazing.
When he
so
zips
cool.
Through throwing the shield at the helicopter. Badass. He makes the little protective...
That's my cap. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Protective wing egg.
Wing egg!
Wing egg activate.
Imagine he had to say wing egg every time.
I wish he did.
And then, of course, we have Scarlet Witch versus Agatha, which was, two energy beings shooting it out, dueling it out in the sky. And then we have Shang-Chi versus Wenwu and the Dweller in Darkness, which was kind of a baller day for Shang-Chi. He took down his dad and the Dweller in Darkness. Well, technically his dad took himself down. But hey, his sister thinks that he killed their dad, so that's all that matters.
That's all. Whatever sis thinks, that's all that matters.
And we have the Suicide Squad versus Starro, which I'm gonna let you know right now. This is my personal favorite. This is hands down
good fight.
Like the gun reveal when Bloodsport's gun came out, like during that sequence, and I was like, oh my god, it was.
He just keeps like adding to it.
That entire sequence in the Suicide Squad versus Starro was phenomenal. Then we also have Vision versus White Vision in the library, which was more of a philosophical conversation.
They still had some good punches, some heavy hits, some throwing around, some phasing. You love to see it. I mean, Paul Bettany really hyped us up for that fight sequence. Someone who's been dying to work with, so maybe a little overhyped, but I think it was still a good fight. It was a good reveal. I liked it.
I just love the whole identity metaphysics conversation because that's just who Vision was. He's a very compassionate person. He would rather talk things through than use violence.
It was like a Star Trek Next Generation episode, just beating him with logic. I really liked it. It was cool.
And we also have the recent Hawkeye car chase, which is very baller.
Seeing all those trick arrows was so great. finally seeing a bunch of trick arrows get used. I mean, the one shot through with the car and then on the bridge. Oh, so good. So good.
Bro, I need to see one arrow with a punching glove on it. Like a boxing
glove arrow. Yeah.
Just like in the Green Arrow in the DC animated series when I was a kid. Like, I just love a good boxing glove arrow.
Oh my God. Oh, hell no, man. What the
And then we also have, Black Widow taking down the Red Worm, which was pretty cool.
It was a really cool fight, yeah. Falling for a half hour and still fighting. Pretty
it was a
impressive.
long fall. Falling for 30 minutes.
Very impressive. I've been falling for 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes! Someone should edit Loki falling during that sequence.
During the Red
in
Room.
the background.
Just like,
And then we also have Sylvie versus Loki during the couple times that they did fight.
a couple times. They came to blows a couple times. But that last one in front of Kang was like pretty heavy, pretty emotionally charged.
Kang was all about it. He was like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
Kang was all of us. He was like, whoa, what's going on here? And then we also have Watcher versus Ultravision, which was...
So good.
That was one of the coolest fight sequences the MCU has ever done. I know it was animated, but like more of that energy, please.
Yes.
That was some Dragon Ball Z dope ass shit. And I love that on a creative level. Let's just bring that to live action. I know it's a huge ass, but like we can do it.
Yeah.
That was dope.
So
that
good.
was dope. Like the Watcher was so cool. So cool. One of the coolest black superheroes ever.
Yeah. I mean, I was excited for the What If series, but it really blew me away. It was really good. I really liked it. The episodes were kind of short. I wish they were a little longer because I could take more. But it was great. I thought they did a good job, and I'm very excited to see what the next season of it is going to bring and how they're going to bring some of it into the, live action MCU. I think we're going to see some stuff. So very interesting. Very interesting.
Finally, we cannot have this list without talking about one of the greatest pieces of action sequences this year from Invincible. Invincible versus Omni-Man. Yeah. That was insanity. I'm changing my answer. It's Invincible. Period. Okay. Invincible was the greatest superhero project of the year for me. Go watch Invincible. What do you think is your favorite action sequence of the year?
Man, we've named a lot of good ones. For me, I think my favorite battle sequence of the year, I might take your old original favorite and take like the Suicide Squad versus Starro. That was very cool. I had a lot of fun with that.
Very well put together.
A really good battle sequence, and it was good to see the Suicide Squad, get a little justice. You know what I mean? Get a little fairness, a little good representation on the celluloid.
You know what? Now that we're talking about the Suicide Squad, I'm remembering a cute sidekick that is Sebastian. We forgot to talk about Sebastian.
Oh, yeah,
Little
Sebastian.
I'm changing my answer to Sebastian. I love him. I'll never forget about you, Sebastian. I'm waving at you too. But now it is time to talk about our favorite baddies of the year. I'm not talking about baddies in the way that you TikTok generation talk about baddies.
Oh! I'm okay.
No, I'm talking about evil people, all right? Villains.
Evil!
The best part of any series or movie is the villain. But who really dominated the dark side this year? Well, let's go through some of our favorites, starting with Starro. Starro was right. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I know that, murdering people is not right, but a bunch of Americans went to space while he was chilling and took him down and did experiments on him. I would be pissed too. If I broke out of prison, I'd be like, all of you guys. I'm gonna destroy all y'all. Right. Y'all hurt me for several decades.
Yeah, a lot of themes of the villains were right this year. In a lot of the things we watched, a lot of villains had a lot of points. I mean, you could argue, Agatha Harkness on the best villain list, certainly for this year, but she kind of had a point too. You have this crazy lady running around who's prophesized to like destroy everything. I mean, Agatha kind of had a point. Like, give me that power. I'll take it. I'll take care of it. Just give it to me. Give it to me.
Give me your power.
Come on, give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Come on, give me it. I'm sorry, please.
I've been around for 400 years.
Let
me figure this out.
It's so true.
Yeah.
That is such a good point because Wanda had no idea what she was doing. She
didn't even know she had done it.
Hurting other people.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Agatha's like, just stop. Just give me the powers. Go live your life of being sad. And I'm just going to take these powers because I know what to do with it. We also got to talk about one of the other best villains of the year, our boy Zemo.
Oh, Zemo.
The man in purple.
Coming in hard
Purple
this
mask.
year. Great
But the
stuff.
dance, iconic. You already know.
Zemo's still alive, thank God. But you know he's going to bust out of prison again. And he was doing good this year. He turned himself in.
Zemo's just doing Zemo things.
He's doing
It's
Zemo
classic
things.
Zemo.
He's got a point too. Okay.
This is true. You don't want too much superpowered people. You got to kill them all. Don't do that. Don't kill anyone. Death is wrong. And also, we have Val, Elaine herself in the MCU.
Coming
I'm
in.
so excited to see what they're doing.
I mean,
with her.
definitely a villain. Right? We're going to call her a villain.
Oh, 100%. And then we also have Wen Wu, one of the best villains of the year. I felt so bad for this person because, like, everyone knows the pain of loss to some degree. And, like, if there's hope for your loved one to be alive, I don't know about you, but, like, I would probably do the same shit. If I was in Wen Wu's situation, I would do the exact same shit because I'm a dumbass.
I feel for you, Wenwu, for sure.
And we also have the biggest, honestly, the biggest deal, the biggest villain in the MCU. Right now, it is Mr. Kang the Conqueror himself, / He Who Remains.
We haven't seen him do too much yet, but what an entrance. What an entrance from our guy.
Jonathan Majors, I think he deserves some type of Emmy recognition for this because he knocks it out of the park in one scene.
I mean, and he's
Like,
got the
that's
number one
incredible.
thing you need as a villain, and that's monologuing, baby. And he's got it down.
Right?
He's got it down.
Right? Bro, if you don't know how to monologue, quit your villain job. Go to Baskin Robbins because that's all you're good for, bro. Another one, since we're talking about He Who Remains, I mean, the divorce is final, so we can talk about this. Miss Minutes.
I mean, she's a villain.
Technically,
She's a villain.
A villain. She's a villain.
We were going to put her in the cutest sidekicks category, but she's definitely a villain.
Then we also have the Power Broker, Sharon Carter herself.
Yeah, very surprising. We didn't all see it coming. We'll see what's in store for that Power Broker. She hasn't done too much, but I mean, the fact that she was, remaking the Super Soldier Serum, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive stuff.
I like a strong, independent woman, and hey, it's a girl boss power. They also have Cletus Cassidy, Carnage from Venom 2. He was a very hungry, mean man, and thank God that he's dead.
Thank God he's dead. Yeah, it was good. It was good to finally see Carnage represented on the screen. Did they get everything out of Carnage that they could have? I don't know. I don't want to say. But it was good to see it.
And then we also, of course, have all the freaking villains from Spider-Man No Way Home. You got your Sandman, you got your Electro, you got your Lizard.
Yeah.
You got your maybe Mysterio?
Maybe Mysterio?
I mean, he's got to be around here somewhere because if we're talking about like people that were killed fighting Peter Parker, that's the only one that Tom Holland's got. But yeah, who's your favorite villain of the year, my friend?
I really want to say Agatha Harkness just because she was so great and what a reveal.
Catherine Hahn.
Catherine Hahn killing it. It was so shocking. But I'm also torn. I mean, again, we haven't seen Spider-Man yet, but I'm so excited to see Doc Ock back. Doc and Green Goblin together again for the first time. I'm going to go Doc Ock on this. I love you, Agatha.
Okay.
You're great. You're going to get your own series. We'll get tons more of you. But this is probably our last final look at Doc Ock, the Alfred Molina version at least. So I'm very excited to have that. What about you, MT? What do you say?
I'm going to say Wanda. Like, Wanda was definitely a villain this year.
Okay.
Wanda didn't mean to hurt all those people, but that's just how her grief manifested. So she's a very tragic villain. I'll never forget watching the mom from That 70s Show just being like, just let us die.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Mrs.
die.
Foreman. You stay alive, Mrs. Foreman.
What a shocking reveal. And speaking of shocking reveals, MT, as we're talking about villains here, maybe a subcategory we should do. Who had the most shocking villain reveal? Who was like the biggest surprise for you? We had like Val showing up. That was like a big surprise. We didn't know that was coming. Maybe Kingpin. I think we're going to see Kingpin in Hawkeye.
Yeah, that was definitely Kingpin's arms.
Pretty shocking.
You gotta be kidding me if it's not.
We had Kang, right? I mean, Erik saw it coming 3 years ago, but we have Kang showing up. That was pretty surprising. White Vision, the Power Broker. I mean, Sharon Carter being revealed as the Power Broker was so shocking.
Yeah, that was a very big surprise.
We had Ralph Boner. That was a big surprise.
Oh my God. It was boner time at the beginning of the year.
The most shocking villain ever. And then in the post-credits for Shang-Chi, we got Zhai Ling maybe turning out to be a villain. That was a pretty interesting little twist to Rooney right there. So what do you say, MT?
I think that the biggest shocking villain reveal for me is going to have to be Ralph Boner. Because that was just...
That was your big shock.
Whoa. Everyone thought it was going to be Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men films. And he was just Boner alert.
Yeah.
Ralph Boner.
For me, I think the most shocking reveal is probably Kingpin. I didn't think they'd ever do it, especially if it's my boy Vinny D. Now, the caveat to this answer, because we haven't finished Hawkeye yet, is if it turns out to not be Kingpin, Kevin Feige, you're the most shocking
It's the
villain.
aerospace engineer in the suit.
Yeah. Kevin Feige will be the most shocking villain.
Yo, if it was Kevin Feige, I would be 100% okay with that.
I mean, if it is Kevin Feige on the show, that's fine. If I ran the MCU, I'd put myself in the show too. But if you're making us think it's Kingpin and it's not Kingpin, you're the villain, Kevin. You're the villain.
We've seen a lot of new characters get introduced across the nerd sphere this year. So who were some of your favorite new characters? We got Shang-Chi, obviously, very new on the scene. A lot of people learned about him this year. Agatha Harkness, of course, hitting all these categories because she is a boss woman. We also got Xia Ling from Shang-Chi. Then we also have Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop! Bet you guys know who I'm going to pick. And then we also have Carnage, who is very new. This was the first live-action Carnage that we've ever seen ever. We also have Polka Dot Man, which was R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Never forget our veterans. Peacemaker. I heard that when Rick Flag died, he said Peacemaker was a super cool dude. So, Peacemaker. We have Yelena. Woo! That woman knew how to kick butt. The star of Black Widow. Period. Red Guardian as well. A favorite man representing Russia. He loves the motherland. We have Sylvie, the new Loki on the scene. She kicked a lot of ass. Then that reveal was pretty great. I loved seeing, oh, here I am, Lady Loki.
I'm you.
And I'm here.
I'm you.
I'm you, but better. And we also have Wenwu from Shang-Chi, a very tragic villain. T'Challa as Star-Lord, which was a very interesting new character. I really wish that we could have seen more of that. But obviously with Chadwick Boseman's passing, that cannot happen. But it was very cool to see and hear his voice.
Yeah, that was great.
For one last time. And we also have Karun, obviously. Mentioned him up top. The man from Eternals. He's literally, I hope that Karun ends up becoming Eternity at the end of all this.
Okay.
He just becomes Eternity. Then we have Eros from the end of Eternals. Harry Styles, Handsome Boy, and any of the Eternals. All of them. Very new characters.
Lots of new characters.
Very cool. Makari, we got Cersei, we got, Druig. All very cool characters. But also, we got to add, of course, I'm a big fan of Invincible. We got to add pretty much everybody from Invincible.
Yeah.
That entire
any
cast,
character from Invincible you like.
They're all unique and they're so cool. Adam Eve, especially. Shout outs to Adam Eve. Very cool. Freaking Damien Darkblood. So many cool characters in Invincible. If you haven't watched Invincible yet, what are you doing? If you know nothing about it, just go in blind.
Yeah, go watch it.
All those characters for Invincible.
So good.
But yeah, who is your favorite new character of the year?
I didn't go for her in the villains category, but Agatha Harkness was my favorite new introduction into the MCU this year. So good, so great. Can't wait to see more of her. And I think the fact that the people's love for her has made Marvel be like, no, we're gonna make a whole series with her. Don't worry about it. She's coming back. Don't go away. Don't cancel your subscriptions. So yeah, she's my favorite new character for sure. Love it. What about you, MT? Do I even need to ask you?
You don't need to ask because everybody knows that I am a Haley Steinfeld Stanfeld. I am a big Kate Bishop's. I just love Kate Bishop even before all of this. I just love the character of Kate Bishop. So the fact that Haley Steinfeld is Kate Bishop. This is just the greatest moment of my life. So Kate Bishop for sure. Hands down, no contest.
Great.
There is a Hawkeye-themed latest Obsession shirt over at newrockstarsmerch.com, people. And these shirts are original designs and have a limited supply. So you'll have to grab one soon before they're all dead and gone, like Armand Duquesne or Black Widow or Pietro. Pick one. They're all dead, and they might come back. Who knows? So find that shirt and other great merch inspired by Loki, Spider-Man, and other cool properties over at newrockstarsmerch.com. Next, some words from the people that help us bring Big Question to you. People like Blenders Eyewear. It's ski season, and Blenders Eyewear has all the fresh gear your head needs to go down the slopes. Blenders' new snow collection is cleaner, colder, and more colorful than ever, with 3 lines of goggles, extra lenses, helmets, and beanies, Blenders is hooking you up with good vibes all winter. Here at New Rockstars, we got a pair of the Moondog style glasses, and we really like them. They're sturdy, comfortable, and would probably be cool on a ski trip, though we've only been testing them in non-snowy Los Angeles. So
very little snow here. Very little snow.
And unlike expensive brand shades and goggles that you've lost or smashed in the past, Blenders are affordable, so you're not going to cry as much when the inevitable happens. And Blenders' team of in-house designers are constantly coming out with new styles and colorways. And choose from the Nebula, Aura, or the all-new Lunar collection. So whatever goggle you choose, you're getting gear that elevates every move you make on the mountain. And it's not just sunglasses or goggles. Blenders has prescription glasses, readers, and blue light. So live life in forward motion with Blenders today. So to score 15% off your Blenders purchase, visit blenderseyewear.com/bigquestionvip. That is blenderseyewear.com/bigquestionvip, all one word, for 15% off. Blenders, rocked with pride worldwide.
A lot of investment apps make it easy to start trading, but just because it's easy to do doesn't mean you know what you're doing. I certainly don't know what I'm doing when it comes to trading investment stuff. What are they called? Stocks? I don't know. That's what makes Wealthfront different. They make it easy to invest, and they make it easy to get smarter about investing. Start with Wealthfront's classic portfolio, or make it your own with socially responsible funds, crypto trusts, and hundreds of other investments. Either way, they'll set you up in minutes with a portfolio you can count on for the long term. Wealthfront was designed by financial experts to help you turn your good ideas into great investments without the hassle of doing everything yourself. You're protected from unnecessary risk because your portfolio is diversified across asset classes. Don't want to spend hundreds of hours trying to lower your tax bill? They help you do that. Not sure how to rebalance your portfolio or what rebalancing even is? They do it automatically. Wealthfront is trusted with over $27 billion in assets. That's billion with a B, helping nearly 500,000 people build their wealth. Get your first $5,000 managed for free at wealthfront.com/bigquestion. It takes just minutes to start building your wealth. Visit wealthfront.com/bigquestion. That's wealthfront.com/bigquestion.
But yes, these have all been some great categories, but we're here to figure out just who won the year completely. So let's talk about power rankings and just who had the biggest moves. And these moves can be up or down. And these will be characters who already existed in their respective universe, not newly introduced characters. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the Scarlet Witch. Did she go up or down, Brandon?
Definitely
I don't know.
Way up. Way up. I mean, I'm a huge...
All the way up.
All the way up. I'm a big Scarlet Witch fan from the comics. So happy to see her finally unleashing some of this power that she has deep down inside of her. Yeah, way up. She went way up.
Super up. I mean, she made kids. She was pregnant for like a day.
She made a whole town. It was crazy. Crazy stuff.
Like, do you know how many women who would love to be pregnant for just a day?
Just
I feel like
a
that'd
day.
Be just
bang this out in a day. That would be
Easy
great.
peasy.
That would be great. Well, if we mention her, MT, we got to talk about Vision. Do you think he went up or down?
I mean, he went from dead to alive, so...
Yeah, but... You know, he's kind of down again,
there.
I think. If the original Vision is gone, if Scarlet Vision is gone for now again, and now there's just White Vision floating around, yeah, he's out there, but he's like a dumber version of who he was, right? He's a blank slate. So I think Vision maybe went a little down this year. Maybe a little down.
I think, yeah.
But then you had What If?
Yeah,
you have Ultra Vision going way up.
Oh, way up. The highest you can really go, really. Vision definitely got a step down.
Yeah, a little step
this
down.
Year.
Yeah.
But hey, with his memories back, maybe he's on his way up.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Then we have Darcy, who, when we last saw her in Thor 2, she was, just an intern.
Just an intern.
Like
I mean, she went way up, definitely.
Full-on doctor.
Full-on doctor. Definitely went up. We had Monica Rambeau, who was a child the last time we saw her. Now an adult.
So she literally grew upwards.
She literally grew upwards. You know, she got snapped away and then blipped back and then got a little superpowered. So definitely up for her.
A little bit.
Definitely up in the rankings.
Superpowers. And then we've, of course, got Sam Wilson, Captain America, who, gotta say, definitely got some upgrades.
Way up.
For sure.
Way up.
Especially after getting those wings ripped off. He's gonna need that upgrade anyway.
He definitely went way
so
up.
way up for Sam Wilson, Captain America.
Yeah.
Bucky.
What do you think about Bucky?
He had the same arm he had from Infinity War.
Yeah. Bucky is fully clean of his programming, as far as we know. He's like fully clean now. He's got self-confidence again. He believes in himself. He's on the dating scene. So I think he's up a little bit. Do I think he's as powerful as maybe he can be? No. Because, you know, when he's a mindless robot and you're like, go kill, he can go kill. But now that he's got thoughts and feelings, he's a nicer guy. He's going to be a little more scared about his own mortality. So maybe he's a better person, but maybe not as powerful. That's my argument there.
You know what? That's actually a really good answer because you're right. Because I feel like Bucky's going through all these struggles with, trying to be a human being, and he doesn't know how to do that. And so, that's that's what depowers him. And he's just like, all right, I don't want to be a killer machine.
I think right now he's like Captain America at the beginning of Avengers, where he's just like hitting punching bags and feeling bad for himself. He's going to therapy. You'll love to see it.
Hey, therapy's great.
Better person, weaker hero. That's all I'm gonna say. Come at me, Bucky stands.
I feel like this is all part of his character growth.
Yes.
Like I feel like this is all just natural character progression.
He will be way up in the end. Don't worry, folks. Way up in the end.
For sure. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a new arm. It's gonna be great.
Gonna be great.
We also have Zemo, which is he definitely went up.
He went up. He definitely went up.
He went from prison to another prison technically, but he had a fun time in between prisons.
He's made some friends,
which a lot of prisoners don't get to do.
He's made friends with heroes, and he's going up. He's going up a little bit. What about also from Falcon and Winter Soldier? I mean, we talked about earlier, Sharon Carter, way up, right? Sharon Carter definitely
She went way up as Batroc leapt down to the ground.
R.I.P. Batroc. How could you?
R.I.P. Batroc the Leaper.
In the arms.
Batroc the Sleeper is more like it. Oh, dead. Got him.
Batroc the Dirt Sleeper. Well, staying in the Carter family, we should talk about Peggy Carter, huh?
I think that she definitely had a glow up this year.
Yeah.
I mean, Super Soldier Serum tends to do that.
Definitely went up in the rankings. And it seems like she's maybe going to be one of the live action pullovers from the What If universe. We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll see.
I mean, it would be weird if they didn't at this point. So,
I mean, speaking of crossing universes, what about our boy, the man in your head, Venom, Eddie? Eddie.
Did he go up or? This is a good question because, like, depending on symbiote physiology, because he did have that kid.
He had a kid. He had a kid this year.
Big year for Venom. Had another kid. So does he get weaker when he has children?
I don't think he's. To be honest, MT, I don't think he's any weaker, but I don't think he's any stronger right now. The bond is good. I guess they're getting along.
This is true. Their bond is stronger than it's ever been.
Until he meets his little Spidey friend and learns how to shoot his own webs, Venom didn't go up at all. He's maintained. He's plateauing right now. We need to get him some new powers and abilities.
Well, I'm gonna say Venom went up because now he has 2 chicken friends. So
That's true. And
we also have Natasha Romanoff from the What If series because she's dead in the main MCU. She definitely got she went down for a little bit after Ultron took over.
Right.
Everyone will take a dip after that, but then she shot right back up in a new universe that she's probably going to get arrested in for being there because she's not supposed to be
she's
there.
definitely violating the rules of time and space, but I think she went up a little bit. What about our boy Wang, huh? We've seen a lot of Wang. Wang gets to show up in everything he wants to be in.
Bro, I only know one other person that has taken down Emil Blonsky, the Abomination.
That's
and
true.
He's a giant gamma-powered monster. Wang did that
quite
easily.
easily.
Wang.
Definitely up.
But we also have Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really interesting one because Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad had a fantastic character development.
Right.
All of Harley Quinn's journey from Birds of Prey and all those movies culminated into this movie. And I just feel like she grew so much as a character. So she's definitely up for her.
She's definitely up. All right, now this is an interesting one, MT. What about Loki? How do you feel about Loki? Is he up or down in the power rankings?
Well, which Loki are we talking about?
We're going to talk about the Loki that escaped 2012 and is now living out life in a new TVA branch.
Woo!
He doesn't know where he is. How do we feel about this Loki?
Big
Is he
down.
up or down?
Big
I agree.
Down. And I love watching Avengers 1 now. No, it's in particular Avengers Endgame. Because like knowing the Loki from Avengers 1 and then seeing him just like pick up that Tesseract, I'm like, you just picked up your ticket to hell and you deserve this for everything you did in Avengers 1. You took out that guy's eye, bro. No, this is exactly what he deserved for me anyway. And so like seeing him go through that character development while, basically in hell has been quite enjoyable for me.
I agree with you, MT. I think Loki's a little down in the power rankings, mainly because his perspective has changed so much. He was a very powerful person where he was and what he knew of like time and space. But now that's all changed, and he's just he's working for the man now. He's working for the TVA, sort of. He helped break apart the multiverse, which you can argue is a very powerful thing to do. In my opinion, he's not more powerful now. I think, if anything, what he has to like visualize and encapsulate now is so insane that he's less powerful. I think it's kind of depowered him a little bit. That's just my opinion.
Him and Sylvie did have that moment where it's just like, I think we're more powerful than we think.
Right. But they're only powerful together. You gotta have them together to make all that power.
This is true.
It takes two
You gotta
Lokis.
have a Loki boo. And we also have Doctor Strange this year because, we've seen Doctor Strange like we've never seen him before as a demon man. I honestly feel like they're setting up Doctor Strange to be Mephisto in the MCU because
maybe
he literally has a demon inside of him. He's just really struggling with his darkness. Despite this darkness, he's still a crazy powerful being. One of the most powerful beings that we've ever seen in the MCU so far. Definitely an up for a Doctor Strange variant.
I agree. Like, again, we haven't seen Spider-Man yet. We don't know what's happening in that movie, but he's just getting more and more powerful. And What If definitely showed us that. Like, he's got a lot of power and he is using it.
Now, this is an interesting one. Hawkeye, because we're in the Hawkeye season now. It's the Hawkeye holidays.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, happy Haley days in the Hawkeye universe. But no, Hawkeye Clint Barton himself, because we do see that he over the all of his time as an Avenger, he's gotten deaf, and so I'm sure that has affected his ability to do his job and to do things in general. But we do see him at his most badass that we've ever seen him before. So I'm just like, I think his deafness is just a non-factor here.
Yeah.
He's just like, I guess got booted up in terms of my skill, I feel.
Yeah, I think he's still really good and he hasn't missed a step. And if anything, this show is making us like him even more. So I'll give him a little up. He's a little up right now. He's definitely doing up. If he doesn't make it home for Christmas and he betrays his children, I don't know.
Bro.
I'll dump him down.
He just gets a new family at the end of this. Like, I don't need these people.
I don't need these
No,
kids.
imagine Eleanor convinced to starts dating Hawkeye.
Oh, if he marries Eleanor, that'll be my favorite thing to happen on the show.
But who had the best year from your perspective? Brandon.
MT, when I boil it all down, I think about it, how this year has ended, how it's ending. I got to think of how it began. This year, I think, should go to the Scarlet Witch. I think she had the best year overall. I mean, a lot has happened this year. We've seen a lot, but man, what a powerful year for her. Really powered up.
It really is true.
Maybe becoming a villain. Who knows? But I think she had the best year. That would be my vote. What about you, MT?
For me, I think we're going to have to go with Harley Quinn. Because I really love what they did with her in the Suicide Squad. And I just love that, she ended up killing that guy because she was just like, you're killing kids and you're just a bad dude. And like, I'm crazy, but I know the red flags of a really bad dude. And like, I just love that, her whole entire arc was sort of like this whole story about overcoming abuse. And like, I just feel like that is something that people need to see in general.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
James Gunn knows how to write broken people.
You heard it here first. That's a shocking answer. I'm shocked, MT. I love it.
Thank you. No, James Gunn just knows how to write like Nebula, Gamora, all those types of like broken people very well. I feel
he did a great job.
Now it is time for my favorite part of the show. It is time for a box of scraps.
With a box of scraps.
Box of scraps.
Scraps.
Now, Brandon.
Yes.
For our box of scraps question of the day, what series or film are you most looking forward to 2022? Because we are wrapping up the year. We got to look forward.
Yeah, we got to look forward. Oh, that's tough. I mean, there's so many good things coming out next year. So excited. We're going to get so many more Star Wars series, some more Marvel series, some more films. Got the DC's The Batman. I mean, that looks so good.
Oh my God, yo.
I'm very excited for Moon Knight. I think that's going to be an awesome series.
Oscar.
Yeah. I think the thing I'm most excited for might be Thor 4. Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh, Thor
More
4, the War Thor.
War 4 for Thor 4.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see, Taika Waititi come back, make another Thor movie. I loved Ragnarok. I'm super pumped to see what this story's going to tell us. And Thor's one of our last final Avengers left to see okay, what's next for this guy? I'm very excited to see what's going to happen there. What about you? What are you most looking forward to in 2022?
Well, I am looking forward to Thor 4 a lot. That's for sure. But all right, I'm going to give two answers here. In terms of film, I'm going to have to give it to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania because I feel like we're going to learn a lot about the MCU as a whole. I mean, and we're going to learn a lot of MCU science in that film So I'm a sucker for that shit. So I'm gonna say Quantumania, and also we're getting Kang. You got a rumored MODOK. I don't know what's going on there, and apparently Jim Carrey is rumored as MODOK. I don't know what's going on there, but if Jim Carrey's MODOK, I will scream. The project and series that I'm most looking forward to is Invincible Season 2, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's coming out next year. If it's not, I will be very upset, but Invincible Season 2 is, Invincible Season 1 ended so well, and it's the biggest cliffhanger ever, and I just very much care about what's going to happen to Adam Eve, because this is her show, not Mark Grayson's. Kidding. No, I just love that universe so much. The writing on that show is amazing, and I think this is the best show that superhero project of the entire year, to me personally. So yeah, I'm gonna say Invincible Season 2.
Cool.
Let's get it,
Very
Amazon.
excited.
Let's get it.
I'm excited for everything.
Please.
Let's do it. Can't wait to talk more in 2022.
Dude, this year has been amazing for me. Getting to meet you and everybody at the new Rockstars team has been phenomenal. So
It's been great.
Yeah, I like going back and reflecting.
Yeah, we're all happy to be
nice.
here. Yeah, and we, this will be our last big question of 2021, but we will be back in 2022. Can't wait to see you guys again. And it's been a blast doing these with you, MT. What a year. What a year it's been.
Yeah, man. It's been quite the year, and I love every second of it. Talking nerdy with you, Brandon.
Yes,
off
sir.
screen. Never been on screen in your life.
Never in
Brandon.
my life will I ever be on screen. Guaranteed.
And that is it for this episode of Big Question. Of course, big thank yous to Brandon, the man that makes it all happen, for joining me on this episode. Please follow him at Grit and Barrick. He's an amazing man. You can follow me at MasterTainment if you want to see me tweet some weird shit and wild theories. And you can follow New Rockstars here on YouTube and on all other social media platforms. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you can get notifications every time we upload a video. And also, if you want to continue the conversation, our New Rockstars Discord server is now open to the public. And we've made some channels available to non-patrons so you can be part of the broader community of New Rockstars fans on Discord. So if you're over 18 and interested, search for New Rockstars Discord server and join the conversation. Thank you guys so much again for watching. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.